Now I also have an Arabic version of this. And where does that come from? Well, it comes out of what's known as the Syrian Melkite tradition, which is now represented by the Antiochian Orthodox Church. It's the type of Byzantine Rite Orthodox that grew up in Palestine among people who no longer spoke Greek, but who used Syriac for the liturgical language, and that most of them now speak Arabic. Next page. By the way, I should have shown you the translation. In case you're wondering what it meant, we'll take a minute just to read what the translation says. The angel said to her, who was full of grace, "Rejoice, pure virgin. Again I say to you, rejoice. Your son is risen from the grave on the third day. Receive the light, O New Jerusalem, for the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. Now exult and rejoice, O Zion. And you, most pure Theotokos, rejoice in the rising of your son." Okay, next. Now this next one is sung by a woman. She's a sister. She's from the Catholic Syro-Melkite Rite, which is basically the same tradition as the Antiochian Orthodox. If you're wondering why don't I just use an Antiochian Orthodox recording, the answer is I don't have one. This is it's a huge repertoire. Much of it has never been recorded. It's often quite difficult to find recordings of specific pieces. And this is one reason why at Notre Dame we're trying to develop an archive of Eastern Christian musical traditions to collect everything that exists and to perhaps encourage people to record things that have never been recorded, so that eventually there'll be a systematic collection. If you're interested in anything, we hope someday you can go there and find the notation, the recording, manuscripts, whatever. In any case, she's become quite well known in the international record industry for singing. And here is the same thing you just heard, but in Arabic, according to the Syro-Melkite or Antiochian tradition. Ask yourself, is this the same melody or not? Do we have the recording?
Yeah.
Arabic again? Okay, stop. What do you think? They are sort of related. It takes time and effort, it takes a lot of work to study this stuff. But if you sit down, concentrate, listen carefully, a little at a time, you can find relationships. And then you can move on to the next question, which is how are they related? Did they split apart in recent times? Did they split apart in ancient times? We're not going to answer that question today. But it gives you some sense of what we do when we study Eastern Christian music. There's a lot of comparison visually and a lot of comparison orally, listening. And the result is we're beginning to find that we can trace back the 8 church modes, the early Christian liturgy of Jerusalem. Thank you.